Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah,
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh,
It's like last days of the semester, so I have
yeah,
some. I'm a
yeah,
I'm grad student, so I need to finish up
yeah,
some classes.
yeah. Were you trying to use Milvus to kind of build your like final project or?
It's more for my research project.
Oh, okay, okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
How's that going though?
yeah, it's going good. I fixed the problem that I had last time about
Nice.
like basically, last time I was trying to do multi-threaded insert and.
Yes.
Uh, I was using process instead of a thread to do that.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
causing problem.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, after that, I moved to Milvus too.
Okay, okay. That's
Like,
nice. Yeah, yeah. Milvus one is not gonna get any like long-term like update. We're gonna support that for another like 3 years, but it's not gonna get
mhm,
any like kind of updates. I mean, Milvus one and
yeah,
Milvus two even share the same kind of like search engine, nowhere.
mhm.
And we're gonna only update Milvus two in the future, and Milvus one is not gonna be touched. So yeah, using Milvus two is definitely a better choice.
Yeah. Also, like I've been doing it on standalone till now, but next week we are going to deploy this on a Kubernetes
Oh, you have a
cluster.
Kubernetes
So
cluster, nice. Yeah,
yeah, like I'm looking forward to the actual Kubernetes shift.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely gonna be useful.
Yeah, I had one like I'm like can I ask a question?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, we
Yeah,
can
like
talk about anything.
because yeah, I'm running out of time. So what's happening is I'm still in Milvus standalone right now, Milvus
Yes,
2.
yes,
So like initially when I had around 10 million of entries,
yes,
the like query it was really like it took around it was happening well. It took around like 0.60 seconds. Uh, and okay, so what happened was
yes.
after that I kept on inserting data, and like right now it's like 46 million. Uh, and so when I try to do query right now, so I know that the first query will take time because you need to load the data from disk to
Okay.
the memory. But
Yes.
so I tried initially like um, just but it never completed when I tried to
Yeah, yeah,
query like
yeah, yeah. Let me explain. Yeah, yeah, I know what's happening. So,
mhm.
just for starters, Amoebus One is a like it's built for a standalone machine and it's a lot simpler. And have you checked out Amoebus 2's kind of architecture, like what it is and what it looks
Yeah,
like? Yeah, it's like
yeah.
crazy, kind of like complicated because it's like cloud native is naturally distributed, right? And
Uh-huh.
all of the internals are different. We even used a like a different language to do that, and yeah, and Milvus one is simpler and is a lot more stable because a lot of users have tested it in production environments. And Milvus two actually is not the version we have now is not a stable version. You see on
Hmm.
the version it's RC, so it's a release candidate, so it actually has some problems.
Hmm.
Especially, I mean, RC8 is a lot of known problems, and yeah, so just I want to get that out first. And for
Hmm.
loading, it's actually different. So for Milvus one, you don't have to like manually load anything before search. But for Milvus two, you
Hmm.
need to call collection.load before. Um,
Yeah, so I do call that, and collection dot load it happens pretty fast. Like I can even do collection dot number of entities and it shows
oh, okay.
46 million whatever.
Yeah.
So
And there should be a collection dot, I think load progress or something like that. Um,
uh-huh.
like loading progress, you can see how many entities you have and how many entities are actually loaded. And if you can see that, if that's the same, and if you query stocks,
Uh
have you restarted
yeah,
the, you
I
restarted it,
yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, so that's a problem. So the first time you start a Milvus server, and the first time you insert, and it's the first time you create a collection, and it should be all right. But if you restart, it's a known issue. So when the query node restarts, it actually goes into the into the search channel and redo all of the previous search tasks and a lot of, so that's what's caused it to stuck for a very long time. And yeah, that's a known issue, and it's being fixed. So it's going to be
Okay.
fixed by the next version. So yeah, it's a no issue. So if you want to, if
So
you're looking for kind of like a stable,
mhm.
like something that just works out of the box, you probably want to use Milvus 1 for now. And Milvus 2 is actually not as stable as we hope it to be. And it will be in like a month, when like 2 weeks or in a month when GA is out. So
Okay. So yeah, I understand what's called. So basically like, I had a question. So like
yes.
I have inserted the data. Uh, like there are like these, like inserting the data and creating the index. Like those are two different steps, right?
Yes.
So uh, and I realized that creating an index out of those many data also, it happens pretty quickly. So I even changed different parameters such as enlist and all whatever else to see if my data is too big and like my partitions are getting too small or those sort of thing. But
Hmm.
yeah, my question is yeah, I'll obviously try it on Milvus one, but this thing was not happening when the data count was like 9 million. But so what happened was i I kept on inserting, and I checked after after a couple of days when the data size reached 45 million. So I didn't do any check in between. So
Okay.
uh, and the first time I checked, the thing was not responding, so I restarted it. uh
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so when you restart, a lot of things can go wrong. So the restart now actually is kind of it's kind of like broken. So there are a lot
Okay.
of no issue like associated with restarts, and because all of the components needs to like make sure they're in the right place, and they actually go through
Uh-huh.
a lot of the historical messages from the message queue, and that's what's causing the delay and a lot of issues. And you said the index creation is really fast.
Yeah, so when I do I'm using PyMilvus and like create index, like it takes only around like 10 seconds on those 46 million.
Oh,
Maybe the
that's
index,
okay. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound right at
maybe
all.
maybe it didn't create the index at all. Maybe
Yeah,
it
it
didn't
probably
show
didn't.
any.
So
It
what
didn't
kind of
show.
so what kind of data do you have? Is it binary
Uh,
or float?
it's a binary data.
It's binary data. So what kind of index did you?
I used bin flat.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you should use. And actually I haven't tested myself. And but I think all of the out of the box, all of the PyMilvus API should be synchronized. So I don't think that's a problem there. And for this, can you submit an issue actually? I actually submit an issue
Yeah.
because we don't like we haven't tested binary that much because not a
Mm-hmm.
lot of user uses it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we really appreciate if you can, submit
Yeah,
it
I'll do.
with
So
your log if you still have it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say for now, if I downgrade to Milvus, like what's the compatibility in terms of data? Like should I let's say I inserted data. I know there is a data migration tool that we have, but like they
Okay.
will be compatible between one and two.
Okay, so actually not compatible at all. And
Okay.
so there's a Milvus DM tool that can take data out of Milvus 1, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can insert that into Milvus 2. But getting data out of Milvus 2 is a lot more challenging. It's a lot more. It's different. So we have to actually go into etcd to actually
Mm-hmm.
check where the data is stored in the mini IO in the object store in the storage. And yeah, we haven't built that because we want to wait for GA to release, because before that we don't know if there's going to be any big change in the
Mm-hmm.
architecture. So yeah, we want to wait for that
So
first.
it's
So you probably need to
so
like
like
delete everything and
mhm.
redo everything. Yeah, sorry about that.
So yeah, I think no, it's fine. So because like mostly I'm doing experimental thing, and
Yeah.
because like we are mostly research lab, so
Yeah.
we can afford so that sort of stuff for now. But
Yeah.
yeah, next week, like as I told you, we're trying to do it on Kubernetes, and we'll most likely not restart that thing for now.
Yeah.
And do you recommend, like, because I found other than this problem, other everything else was fine with
Okay.
and our estimated data size, like it's close to, it's like more than 500 million or
Okay.
something. So like if I don't restart anything and leave the system running on the cluster, so can I can I do it on Milvus too? What do you recommend basically?
If you have 500 million data and binary, and how
Mm-hmm.
big is your like are you trying to like get any results out of it, or you're trying to like put it in a kind
So
of like a production system, like your personal
uh,
website,
it's
or anything?
like
Or-
we'll be doing internal, it's for like internal research tool.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
we're storing like our each vector are of like dimension 64. They are not even that big.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, like as I said, we can afford a bit of like compromise on latency, or like if there are any trouble setting up the
Okay.
system. But still, like what would be the recommendation? I just
Okay, I
wanted to
think
know.
like learning Kubernetes is definitely like a really good thing for, I mean, I think for anyone that's into this field.
Mm-hmm.
And just for that, I'll probably recommend, just give that a try. Give that a try. Yeah.
Yeah,
Give Milvus 2 a try.
with
And with Milvus 1, if you don't have like a large enough machine, it's difficult to hold that much data in one. You're probably gonna need
mm-hmm.
shards, and that doesn't actually increase the performance, the latency that much. It only is for that's for memory, like uh, like more memory to you have more memory to fit your data. That's what that's built for. And
So you
yeah,
do recommend using Milvus
yeah,
too?
yeah, give that a
Okay.
try. Yeah, yeah, if you
Yeah.
can afford, some like instability, or because
Mm-hmm.
it's still, I mean, it's only been like not even a
Mm-hmm.
year since we
Yeah.
started actually designing it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's relatively new, and but it's gonna have our full support, like
Yeah.
the community's full support. Everybody's working on too, and there's actually very little issues and PRs that's related to one. Actually, no PR related to one, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a lot of
Okay.
people, a lot of like big communities and big actual companies, and they're actually actively testing Milvus too, and that's
Uh-huh.
gonna get stabilized, and a lot of new features gonna come in really fast. So I definitely recommend that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You
So,
you are you on Slack? You're on Slack, right?
yeah, I'm on the Slack. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just reach out to me if you
Mm-hmm.
encounter any question, or I ask in the Milvus users, or
Mm-hmm.
actually better, go to the forum, go to
Yeah.
discussion.milvus.io, and I check that more than I actually check the Slack channels. So, yep.
Yeah. And let me ask one last question, then I'll
Yes.
sign up. So,
Yeah.
uh, uh, like, what do you recommend about like creating the index? Like, should I create index before insert? I told you like I have a lot of I have this large bulk of data to
Yes.
insert. So, should I create index before inserting the data, or like after? Like, what's the difference?
Okay.
And like
So
the thing is, like I don't have to update my there's no deletion or that sort of thing. It's just like keep on adding, and at one point after everything is added, I just need to search. There won't be any update sort of mechanism.
So just want to make sure I get the information right. So you do one time continuous insert until you have all the data in the vector database. And then the only task
Yeah,
you're going to do is search, right?
yeah. After that,
Okay.
after like my insertion process is complete, let's say
Okay.
it finishes in 2 or 3 days, then like I'll be doing only search.
Actually, for this, it doesn't really matter because create index is a task. If you initiate it, it's gonna be there the whole time. So when the
Uh-huh.
threshold hits for the number of row of data, and it's gonna create data, create index, create it like seal a segment and create index for that segment.
Yeah.
So no, it doesn't matter if you don't search while you're if you don't do any like search task while you're inserting, it doesn't really matter. You can do it before, you can do it
Okay.
after. Probably do it after.
But like if you do search, like I mean, in the future we might need to like do search and uh, insert at the same time. In that case, like what would be the case? We don't need it
Okay.
right now, but
Yeah,
uh,
I mean, actually, like creating index first is gonna be probably faster. The two are gonna,
mm-hmm,
do at the same time. So,
mm-hmm,
so you're gonna, so it's gonna create an index while doing the insert, and that's probably gonna take less time. So yeah, give that a try. Let me
okay,
know if you see any error or see anything funny
yeah,
in the log.
sure,
Let me know. Appreciate it.
yeah, so, yeah. Thank you so much.
It's fine, sir.
I'll keep you in touch.
Have a
Yeah.
great day.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.